Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Wednesday, May 24th. Right now, we're going to actually look ahead a little bit. It's a little bit of a slow period in terms of NFL news. The Jaguars and the rest of the league, they have started OTAs, but only one practice available to media per week, so we're not getting a ton of information or a ton of access right now. So I decided to take a look at a couple of 2024 NFL mock drafts, take a look at what some experts from around the web have the Jaguars doing in 2024. And to my surprise, both ESPN's Mel Kiper and The Athletic's Dane Brugler had the Jaguars selecting the same exact cornerback, and that is Cooper DeJean out of Iowa, the cornerback. 6'1", 209 pounds, junior, only 20 years old right now, so a younger prospect at this point. This is a guy who brings unbelievable athleticism to the field. Four-sport athlete in high school, was a basketball star with unbelievable ups. First team All Big Ten in 2022 at cornerback for Iowa. Played primarily outside, but did take some reps on the inside at nickel as well. 5 interceptions, 3 returned for touchdowns. I think he has outside-inside versatility. He's physical as hell. 209 pounds, a lot bigger than a lot of corners you're seeing come in the league. And he's stronger than and tougher than most wide receivers he's going to face. He's an elite tackler at the position, which you love to see, to be able to have that guy that can not only lock down opposing, but really help you in the run game. And he has a strong feel for pursuit. I think can probably play in the box and at safety for you too if you want. You certainly don't need to play him there for him to be successful. I think he's going to be a really good outside corner or inside at nickel if you want him there. So much versatility for me, but that doesn't mean he can't dominate at different spots. Field vision is a big time plus. I think he has great awareness, great change of direction and quickness as well. He can jump routes with the best of them, as evidenced by those 3 interceptions returned for touchdown and 5 total interceptions in 2022. This is a prospect that I think Jaguars fans would and should be fired up to land. Now, if you look at the Jaguars' current roster, there's a lot that can change following the 2023 season, but currently, I think you look at the Jaguars with Tyson Campbell and Darius Williams, you feel pretty good about those two at corner. Darius Williams, you don't know how long he'll be around. He's technically under contract through 2024, but there is a team out following the 2023 season. I don't think there's any reason necessarily to want to move on from Darius Williams. He's been good for the Jaguars since he arrived last year. I think he provides leadership and good play on the field, but beyond Tyson Campbell and Darius Williams, I think there is a little bit of void. You have added some young talent over the last couple years late in the draft. When you talk about Eric Hallett and Christian Braswell this year, and then looking back at 2022, they also added Buster Brown and Gregory Jr., but to this point, do you really feel strongly that one of those is going to step up to be a really high caliber nickel for you, a high caliber third corner for you? I'm not convinced. They do have Trey Herndon, and they view him as their third corner right now. They're starting nickel. I do believe if the Jaguars go into the 2023 season with Trey Herndon in that spot, that there's going to be times where they wish they had someone else, to be quite frank. He is a subpar starter at nickel, in my opinion, a guy that has made a great career for himself as a former undrafted free agent, and a guy who definitely deserves to be on the roster. But do you want him in your starting lineup? I'm just not convinced based on what I've seen over the course of his career. So inserting Cooper DeJean into a cornerback room that has Tyson Campbell and Darius Williams, I think that would be tremendous. I think it would give you flexibility, versatility. He would bring elite athleticism, elite tackling at the position, and a guy that I think has all the physical movements, the quick feet, the loose hips to really succeed at the next level on the outside or the inside, or even playing safety. Really, he could be a jack of all trades for you, but I don't think he'll be a master of none. I think he can absolutely be a stud at the next level, and that's why I'd be a little bit surprised if he actually does end up falling to the Jaguars, wherever they end up selecting. I don't see Cooper DeJean falling that far. I think he's going to be a big riser on a lot of people's boards in the 2023 college football season. He'll have one more year of experience, and he really didn't even need another year of experience, it looked like, for the most part, playing out there in 2022 for the Iowa Hawkeyes. He was a dominant player in 2022. I think you'll continue to see that from him in 2023. Can't wait to see what he does for them this year. But that'll do it. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. You can also follow Generation Jaguar at Generation Jag. Hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. You can also drop a comment on YouTube. If you're on your podcast platform of choice, please subscribe and review. If you're looking for some new Duval gear, we just dropped a pre-order. We'll drop a link to that in the description below. Y'all can go check it out at genjag.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good one, Duval.